Empire.
Oh no.
It's because the map's never going to go away.
I mean, it's not in the current ladder pool, if I'm not mistaken. But it was honestly
Lies.
the best map on all of its ladder pools. Almost all of them. On the top right, the green Zerg, Anric/Enamord. And on the bottom left, the purple Zerg, Kippos, the Hungry Choir. Now, I was thinking something, yeah. Anyway, Eternal Empire was on a lot of map pools and it was a great map. I mean, most players really liked it. Yeah, Cloud, you're not gonna get Terrans, unless I change to Terran, because Sky has been threatening a change to Protoss and I'd do anything to avoid a mirror match.
Okay, macro hatchery going down for Anric.
Nope,
Not
that's
macro
just
hatchery,
an expansion.
just natural hatchery.
Kippos tried to block the hatchery, but couldn't, and as a result is late on her own hatchery.
That's being an aggressive, antisocial drone.
Yeah, this is a dickhead drone. It's going to attack the spawning pool, dealing 5 damage each second to a unit that gets 30 health each second, roughly.
Okay.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works for him.
Okay.
Him, the drone.
I feel like a 0.5% per second is... It's certainly damage.
Yeah.
Now, is it just me, every time I see an Overlord from the back, I've had this moment where I can't identify what the hell they are, because they look so different.
To be fair, Kippos does have a skin on her overlords. It's the aquatic overlord.
Oh, okay.
You see, the StarCraft developers are very intelligent, and they look at the flying unit that's got these bulbs full of air that help it fly, and they go, what if it was underwater? And they ignore matters like buoyancy and, you know, if it can fly, it probably floats.
I mean, people are in space now, physics doesn't matter. I mean, Overlord pillars don't work as well as Overlord pillars when both people are running around with Overlords.
No. A queen, if Enamord wants to, he can kill this Overlord. It's why... Huh. Kippos actually put an Overlord on her own Overlord pillar, to be sure. It's why in general I like to put Overlords here, or here, or here. See? Enamord attacks the Overlord.
Oh no,
and gets it.
Go down. Yep.
And
Kippos
heavily
is now
supply blocks. Kippos was already supply block.
Oh. Lair about to pop out. Kippos.
Yeah, Lair is
And
for
Kippos
both players. But you see, but Enamord has tech that Kippos doesn't in the Roach Warren.
What is Anric producing? And it is... Okay, evolution chamber. Here we go. Missile 1 and roaches.
And Roach Speed.
Wait, there's a Roach Warren? Oh, I was not paying attention.
Roach Warren is part of the wall.
Oh, okay. I have eyes that work. I promise.
Yeah. Kippos getting a Roach Warren now. No wall, but if you're going against roaches, you don't really need a wall that much. I mean, overlords shoot themselves with gas, fling themselves with gas. That's kind of that can work in space. And mutalisks don't believe in physics. They also shoot their own babies out of their mouths.
Wait, that's what the shurikens are?
Yeah, it's little worms that mutalisks breed, and then they throw them out.
That feels so classic Zerg. I love it.
Yeah, Zerg.
Kippos is really getting on the creep tumors too.
Yeah, Kippos is probably the best creep spreader in the league. But yeah, Zerg have a thing for throwing babies. I mean, swarm hosts, broodlords used to be infestors, but then they removed that ability because infestors shouldn't have anything to do with infestation. That's
Mini banelings out their arse. What the hell, Cloud?
13 roaches out, and they do have +1, so they're better than Kippos' roaches, and there are fewer Kippos roaches, so the Enamord roaches just beat them. Queens heal the roach, but yeah. Kippos' third is going down.
Kippos is massing up queens.
No, Cloud banelings explode. Glaive worms just get flung. And boomerang. It's GG when it's GG, but this does seem to be a very fast game. However, Kippos is, Enamord is only engaging with half of his army, and is running away. He got his damage done.
Okay, Kippos managed to save a whole bunch of drones, which is good.
Yeah. So Kippos isn't as far behind as she could have been, but that's still pretty far behind. Enamord has a huge bank. And Hydralisk then is making research. So we'll probably see really good Hydralisk soon.
Kippos is supply blocked on near 2.
Yeah.
It's not going to help either.
Kippos finished +1, but +2 is on the way.
Okay, Hydralisk upgrades.
Yeah, Hydralisk attack range is done, but not Hydralisk speed. And you need both for Hydralisks to be as good as they should be.
That's right, otherwise they sort of wallow across the map.
Yeah. Too bad they don't roll, but you know, only one unit is allowed to roll to get faster. Both players build in their 4th, but it's Kippos' 3rd after the 3rd was killed.
I'd love to see a skin that lets banelings have like a poker stick.
Yeah, I wish skins worked that way.
You require whole new animations and so on. That would be delicious.
Skins stay with the same animation, generally speaking. Also with similar upgrade queues. A lot of units look a little different after they get upgraded. So, you'll see that. You'll see Zerglings will grow wings when they're fast.
Oh, nice, okay. Kippos has been hunting overlords, and temporarily has had an armored supply blocked no longer, but
yeah. The roaches have an upgrade that lets them move barrowed, and that one gives them colorful spikes on their back. But we haven't seen that upgrade yet in the league, I think.
Enamord has said, I will never be supply blocked again, and has produced 1 million, literally 1 million overlords.
Yeah, that's very, very common. And I think there are even pros who do that, where they just get supply blocked once and say never again. Enamord has Hydralisks out, but there's no rally point for any of these hatcheries. So Enamord's army is just very localized to wherever it comes out of. Now here's a thought I saw on the StarCraft Reddit, and an expansion of it that I have. And we've seen 2 ZVZs today. Another dead Overlord, by the way, but Enamord doesn't care at this point. We've seen 2 ZVZs today, and every Zerg unit is basically born that day. So it's every Zerg unit's birthday. And that means that every Zerg unit dies on its birthday.
That's I mean, because Zerg units always die because they Zerg.
A lot of Zerg units have died today.
Oh,
A lot of
we've got a
Zerglings had very short birthdays.
sneaky hatchery down the bottom here.
It's not that sneaky, but it's definitely a little far away from home.
And pushing in, here we go.
Yep. Now, Roaches and Hydras will naturally form 2 attack lines.
Oh wow, that's kind of pretty actually.
Yeah, because Hydras have 2 range more than Roaches. And there are Roaches and Hydras. Kippos' Roaches and Hydras are pushing behind Enamord's. But Enamord does have a slight upgrade lead and a huge supply lead. However, Kippos is beating the army, but might be too little considering the amount of damage the army is doing.
Down
Especially
to 51
because
drones.
Enamord has a huge bank. And Kippos has decided that her army should rest. They did a good job. Nope, they just moved.
No, I think this is probably GG. It's 3 bases down. And an army and over half those drones.
Kippos doesn't seem ready to GG. She's building another base with enough spine crawlers to protect it forever.
These queens are just sitting here. Yeah.
12 roaches are on the way.
Meeting up for margaritas and...
Yeah.
Is it just me, or do the queens sort of have like Marge Simpson hair?
Kind of, yeah. Maybe Kerrigan was a Simpsons fan. Kippos, I think this hatchery is misplaced. It's a little bit too up,
yes.
and these drones aren't mining. So that's a problem.
It's tracking.
And Enamord sends another almost maxed army. Kills the little Marge Simpsons.
Oh.
And heck GG.
Yep.
Alright. So this next map is going to be pretty cool.
Oh, year 0.
Year 0 LE. Yeah, being down a base and going into a macro game in a ZVZ is really hard. And both of these players were macroing hard, but Enamord was just macroing harder. Okay, so Kippos starts by sending out a drone. Oh, it's going to be a dickhead drone. Yes. Anyway, this map is set in the Void, where the end of StarCraft 2 is set. And it does have, in the middle, Amon.
Amon, the most disappointing villain of all time.
Nah, there are much more disappointing villains than Amon. But Amon is very disappointing, yes.
Here comes a flappy little drone with
Todd
hopes and
says,
dreams.
curious how minerals grow everywhere. But, I mean, minerals are basically rocks. So, why wouldn't they be everywhere there's rocks? And an overlord passes by Amon. Both overlords. Huh.
So,
You can actually
how's
hear
it
him.
going? Huh. Cranky
Yeah.
Amon.
StarCraft 2 went for a very Cthulhu design for the Xel'Naga, which I feel, you know, they could have taken other influences. Dickhead drone attacks the expanding hatchery. But
Well, given that the health for the Dickhead drone is going up, my head cannon, it's like sticking a straw in and just sort of sucking vital juices out to heal themselves.
yeah. Or, you know, drones just naturally heal very quickly. And that is... Huh? That's a proxy hatchery. So let's see what Kippos does with that.
Kippos has decided to go for a spicy game.
So, just so you know, a few features this map has. Beyond its odd design, there are 2 Xel'Naga watchtowers. And these expansions are very safe. Sorry.
What's with the red
Because
circly things? They just
they're
window
just
dressing?
portals, yeah. But in these expansions can only be attacked from one direction until these rocks are taken down. Same with
Quite
this.
a lot. Yeah.
Same with, I mean, yeah. Kippos' overlord again overextends and is chased by a very angry queen. But gets away. So those are Zerglings coming out with Zergling speed. The thing with cheeses is that to do them well you really need to practice them. And this hasn't been hitting the timings perfectly, and Kippos is still mining gas. And if you want a cheese, you need to know when to cut gas if you're not building a gas unit. But Kippos is also normal expanding, so it isn't going to be a full cheese. Kippos built an evolution chamber, which takes time. So
Maybe it's just an attempt at pressure.
yeah. But Enamord sees it and gets the notification. So it is time. Yeah, those are 2 queens, one of them plugging the hole.
Poor little Zerglings. They're like, let me in, let me in.
Enamord plugs the wall behind the queen. Lets 3 Zerglings in, but really 3 Zerglings aren't gonna be a huge problem.
They didn't even get the drone. Sad. Oh no, but there's more. And the queen's gonna go down.
Queen goes down,
There's
but 3 roaches are out, and 3 roaches beat 7 lings.
6 roaches.
6 roaches
now.
definitely do. So yeah, Kippos builds a Roche Warren and is really gonna have to.
If Kippos can keep this up, there's some good, and make this into a macro game from here.
Then she's still behind because that attack failed. If the attack had gotten drones, then maybe it would have been worth it. But and she does have a slight drone advantage. And she has forced Enamord into an aggressive place where Enamord has a lot of roaches. But Enamord can just use that aggressive place to attack. Yeah, Cloud says if all the roaches move out, it'll be very hard for Kippos to survive. Now, the more
Agreed,
time
yeah.
passes, the less true that is. Because Kippos did have more workers, and has 2 extra bases, even though one of them isn't mining and the other one isn't finished.
Oh,
But
okay,
the
those
roaches
roaches
are
moving
moving out to attack this base. Now Kippos makes its larva into more roaches. Runs away with the queen instead of just fighting the few roaches that it picked aside. Could have maybe gotten one, or at least taken it down a little.
Oh wow! In the meantime, we've had hatchery and 2 over here and here.
Yeah, I did notice this hatch, but I didn't see the newest 2. So both these players are going into a very unsafe macro game. And the upgrade advantage... Oh, it's actually in Kippos' favor. But once all these larvae die. So Enamord starts mining from a 3rd. Kippos' 3rd is already oversaturated, which is good. I mean, Kippos is in a really good place. I take back everything I said about the attack not working. But the roaches... Oh no, the roaches aren't moving out. Thought they were. This is very risky though.
It's quite greedy.
Yes.
But if they can, if they're forced them to hold off just that little bit longer before they push back.
Kippos is going into a lair, which will let her get roach speed.
Enamord has 1-1. I keep forgetting how swingy Zerg can be. Like, Enamord is now well up on drones.
ZVZ is so tense. It's like I'm not commentating because I'm stuck in the tension, but yeah.
Oh,
so
sneaky.
Kippos is going to kill these rocks and make this base very, very, very unsafe.
And I don't think Enamord is going to see it coming. No, Enamord has no idea that this is coming.
Yeah. Roaches on their way.
And it is 1-1 upgrade wise, so this is hatch is gonna go down.
Nope, the hatch doesn't go down, and Enamord is defending, but the drone line does. And I don't know if this attack was worth the drone line. Okay, the roaches are focusing on the hatchery and they might actually get it. Nope, they don't. Or they do.
Oh,
this is so close. Oh god, that was 2 health.
2 health.
Oh god, that was so unlucky. Or lucky, depending whose side you're on. Not that I'd pick sides.
We would never do that. That would be bad.
Yeah. I'm a very responsible caster.
That said, Enamord has a hydraulic advantage, but there's a lot of roaches that Kippos has bounced back with. And
Yeah.
Kippos has gone for another hatchery.
Roaches actually beat Hydralisks in a 1v1. It's just that Hydra Roach lets you have these two battle lines. Cloud says she hopes they stop droning soon. It's not ZVZ if both players actually like play a normal game. I want to see.
Oh, now it's 88 drones. The big hungry drone.
Yeah, 88, but it went down to 86 with more buildings. With a single spine crawler and a hatchery. Now my instinct is to say a single spine crawler won't help versus the army, but against players like Cloud, or Nuke Noodles, or Sky, it's actually pretty nice because they like to send a few Zerglings into a mineral line, where they'll do a ton of damage if there's no defenses, and they won't cost that much if there are. Yeah, Kippos is at 90 drones, Enamord is at 85, and Enamord sends out a fully maxed army against Kippos' not fully maxed army.
It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Unless it's not fine, in which case it won't be fine.
Yeah. But this is not very fine for Kippos.
No. That's...
Quantity does matter. And
Yes.
Hydralisks deal a ton of damage.
Yeah. Too many glass cannons.
And yeah, they're going to kill Kippos' 4th. Just like they killed the 5th while I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
And they're killing Overlords.
This could be a clean sweep if...
And drones are going to go out to take some shots. Hydralisks look kind of derpy when they're attacking with their melee attack. And that's the GG.
Yep.
I mean, it could have not been if Kippos had immediately remaxed. Kippos had the gas and minerals, but